What's up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Transport Fever. And we're continuing on with our U.S. campaign. We're on Mission 4 doing Motor Industries, and we're beginning our 6th hour on this mission. In order to go ahead and finish it up, I believe we're just about finished. Now, there's 7 missions total, I think, in the U.S. campaign, so we got quite a bit to go. But the last little piece of this one seems like we've got to transport passengers over to the racetrack in order to get them hooked on automobiles. And that's not a good thing because we don't want them driving automobiles. But anyways, we don't make money if they don't ride the train, right? So I don't know why we're trying to help them out. But anyways, so in our last episode, we established our freight run out to Detroit. Today, we are going to try to fix this little problem here. Whereas we realized we had 200 and something people, almost 300 people waiting on the train to Chicago. We got to fix that. Plus, we need to get people from Detroit over here, as well as we've got to get people out to the racetrack. So what I'm thinking is we take this little station here, turn it into a bigger station. We do a line going to Chicago, a line going to Detroit, and a line going out to the racetrack, and we kill all those birds with one station upgrade. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. First thing we need to do is pause the game, and I am going to upgrade this station. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to lose all 298 people that are waiting on the train. But they'll fill back in pretty soon as they figure out that it's just an incredible upgrade that we've done. So upgrade to 3 tracks. I could do like conventional wisdom would be like do a whole bunch of tracks. You would think, well, oh, you need a whole bunch of platforms now if you're going to do that. But remember, you only need 1 platform per line. You can double the track up all day long, but when it comes into the station, you only need 1 platform per line. So I'm going to have a line going to Detroit, a line going to Chicago, and a line going out to the racetrack. So that means I only need a total of 3 lines or 3 platforms. So that's what we'll do. So we'll look at this. We'll go 3 platforms. I think I'm going to extend the platform out because I don't know how much length my train has. I'm going to high speed it. And I don't need any electric on it because we're not doing electric trains. We do have an issue right here. So it's time to bulldoze. Kaboom. Kaboom again. Kaboom again. I got to get rid of all this little track or it's not going to let me lay that. I might as well get rid of that stuff as well. Extend it? Yes. Yes, I will. And then we're going to lose a building up here. So this is going to cost me 285,000 plus what I just did with that road destruction, but that's all right. I'm also going to have to get rid of all of this stuff too, so that's going to go away, as well as most of this is going to go away as well, because all this has got to be massaged a little bit in order for me to make my grand plan happen. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay double track going to Chicago, double track going to Detroit, and a double track going over here to the racetrack. And that way I can have multiple trains on it should I need to. Oh, sounds like quite an operation, doesn't it? It shall be. It shall be. All right. So what I'm thinking is Detroit line, racetrack line, Chicago line, because Chicago's going to go this way. The racetrack's going to go over this way, and Detroit's going to turn and just go right up through here. So that is the game plan anyways. And it all begins with laying the Chicago line. So let's get the Chicago line going out of here. No, I want it to go much further than 2 inches. Come on now. Chicago line going out. Oh, there we go. I restarted the game, saved it and restarted. So now I want to put electrification on here, and I don't want it. I do need to switch over to high-speed rail, though, because this is all going to be high-speed. So let's go ahead and get our high-speed track on there. 186 miles an hour. Holy cow, we'll be flying. We need to go ahead and get our track going out for the racetrack. Now, right parallel to that, I'm going to go ahead and put in another little piece of track for the racetrack. And I'm going to go ahead and bend that in to the station. as tight as I can bend it. I probably ought to back that out just a wee bit. Let's do this. Let's go. High speed here. And then bend it in. That should work. And then I need to bring out my track that is going to Detroit, like so. Match that up. And I want to do the same thing with it. I want to bring a little snub of track in, and I want to bend that in as well, so that I'll have my tracks merge in for the platform. Beautiful. And then I need over here on this side, I need to do the same thing for Chicago. Bend that track in like so. Oh, nope. One of them's got to be difficult. One of us is not like the other because one of us doesn't want to conform. All right, so 6 beautiful pieces of track now, 2 of which are going to go to Chicago, 2 of which are going to go to the racetrack, and 2 of which are going to go to Detroit. All right, so why did I make all this straight? Just because it's easier and more manageable to get it all done. Now I got to do a whole lot of bending and all that other stuff because I have to get the line coming out of here, or the line coming into here. I need to be able to get it over to a depot. So I'm going to straighten all this. I'm going to start running some track out to about here, as well as this. And we'll just bring all of this forward, because I got to put a series of points in here so that I can switch this train from Detroit all the way over to the far right where the depot is going to be. Challenging, right? All right, so this line here at some point needs to bend over to this line, and so forth and so on. So this is probably way too early to try it, but too much curvature. I swear I've played this game enough that I know sometime in the near future I'm going to be locked up into a padded room going too much curvature, too much slope, too much curvature, too much slope, too much curvature, too much slope, too much curvature, too much slope. It's just going to be the death of me. Oh, I did that wrong. So did that wrong. That wasn't right there, Mr. Moose. That was incorrect what you just did. All right, let's try this again. After that switch, put in this set of points. Yes. That is correct. All right, so that switches Detroit to the racetrack, across to the other part of the racetrack, and over towards the Chicago line, which now has to be extended a little bit more. Oh, this is a nightmare of web we're weaving here. All right, so we need a set of points here that will walk all the way across to this line here. That is good. And now we can do our magic from there. All right, so that's that. So if I were a train coming out of the Detroit platform, I could go across to the outbound racetrack, across to the inbound racetrack, across to the outbound Chicago, and then I just have to go across the inbound Chicago to get over to where our future oh, how did I do that? Come on now, Moosey. Snap. And then drag this forward a little bit more. It doesn't have to go that far. It just has to go a little bit. There we go. Alright, so at this point, I should be able to grab right here where it's at and pull this on over here like so. And that will be our run over to the terminal from that side and coming back. Oh, that's not right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it'll work. I don't care. I can make it work. There's just going to have to be some patient engineers. And they're going to have to get on my game plan. So, because what I was thinking was I would have double track going out to the depot, right? So that I could have, you know, train coming out of the depot, coming down this line, train going into the depot on this line. But that would mean if I brought it out this way, I'd have to have a set of points to put it over. But I should be able to just get it to come down this line if it's wanting to go over to Detroit. So, theory anyways. I may end up regretting all of this, but anyways. All right, so just a little bit more length here so that we can merge these two pieces of track together like so. Too much curvature, too much slope, too much curvature, too much slope, too much curvature. Ah, there we go. Sweet. Now let's go ahead and throw a depot down. Depot, not station, depot, depot, depot. Bing, bada bing, bada boom. Depot is in. Oh, at this point we can start laying track and start getting back to making money. Unpause the game, all that good stuff. All right, so let's bring this around, maximizing our speed. We want to get up as fast as possible. There we go, 132. That'll be all right. 186, 180. I don't really need to go that tight in there. 145 is probably going to be what I need to do right now. Keeping in mind that I've got to tie into our pre-existing line somewhere. I don't want to be swerving over like that. Really want to go straight that way. Why does it always want to do that stuff? That's 116. That's 145 right now as the helicopter goes overhead. I'm sure you guys can hear that. I do have the windows open in the house because it is a absolutely wonderful fall day. And yeah. We're gonna run into a little problem here, but it will get rectified. As you can see, my train is sitting on the track right here, and it is coming towards me. So I'm going to have to turn it around so that I can come into this track a little bit better. So I'm going to have to take it on to pull it up. I'll just go ahead and tell it to reverse itself and give it a little bit of encouragement to move. No path. You have plenty of path, buddy. Turn around and go back towards the station. There you go. Alright, so let's bring our rail on up here into about where he's at 186 miles an hour, which is too fast for any of the trains that we have, but it's going to work for us. And then we'll eventually make our way into here. Yeah, that's good. Time to do a little track demolishing. If you're on that train, you're like, ah, the track is blowing up right behind us. All right, so there we are. We're tied into there. Now, my friend, you can turn around and you can go back to Indy, where we are going to sell you and mothball you. All right, so let's get rid of this guy. Turn him around. We don't want any more passengers on him. Let's just get him going up the line. And that way, we can go put him into the depot that we just built. And we can buy a whole new train. Goodness me, by the time we get all this done, it might be a complete moot point because our buses may deliver all the passengers that we need. All right, so high-speed rail. Let's go ahead and convert the rest of this line over to high-speed. So let's go ahead and select high-speed with the repair tool or maintenance tool. And I can just, everywhere that it's red, I can click. And it's going to turn that into high-speed for me. There we go. That is high-speed. That is high-speed. That is now high-speed. That is now high-speed. All right, so everything is turned green and is high-speed. That's good to know. Nice. All right, so that's done. What's next to do? Finish laying the track here, I guess. All right, so run our track up to here. And then we got to get it around here and make another little section of bridge here. Come on. There we go. So 75 coming over the bridge. There's probably an upgrade that we can do to the bridge to make it a little bit faster. But that's all right. All right, so we'll bring that down to about there. And then we'll bend this whole thing in like so. Good to go. That is good. Let's signal this baby up. And we'll put a train on it. Oh, that's the wrong signal. I don't want to use an old signal. So you start off with the old gate signals in the game, but once you get into the modern age and you get better electronics, you get the electrical signals, which you guys saw me use earlier. So I want to get to those, to the lamp signals. There we go. So that gives me that. And I don't have to put very many on this line right this moment. As soon as this guy gets up here far enough, there we go. We can go ahead and put him into the depot now. And let's signal up the Chicago line so we can go ahead and get some trains on it. Alright, so I've got to have a signal right here stopping the train from coming any further into here. As it comes out of here and it gets right up to this area, it's going to have to be signaled to stop in case there is a train right here. Yeah. And then you need another signal on this side in all the smoke, of course, so I can't see what I'm doing. I need one right there that will go ahead and put that into that situation. And then otherwise it's just coming through here and putting in the signals. And as we discussed in the last episode, it's always good to err on the side of a lot of signals versus a few signals. All right, Indianapolis Speedway buses need upgraded. So let's go ahead and replace those out. We'll set the vehicles up. Still the same old tired buses. Or are they? No, we have the new ones. We have the Schneiders. I forgot all about that. So let's go ahead and upgrade this line, and we'll go ahead and get them all replaced out. So we'll switch it to 25 years or 25%, and it'll swap them all out and get us some nice new buses that'll haul more people. And we'll get to finish and signal up this. But anyways, what I said is the more signals, the better off you are. The less likely a train is to stop. And when you're running at 100 miles an hour or so, you definitely want as much time for them to run as possible. You got thoroughbreds, let them run. There we go. I mean, you know, you put a whole bunch of signals on here, theoretically you can put a whole bunch of trains on here. The more blocks you have for the trains to run, the better off you are. Alright, so one here and one there. That's good. All right, so let's grab a couple of Zephyrs, throw them on the line, and get Chicago running with some high speed. So, sell this train off. That'll give us a little bit of money back into the bank. Then we can go ahead and buy our Zephyr and get it on the line. All right, so each one of these is $5 million. We're going to buy 2 of them right now. There we go. And those are going to go on our Chicago to Indy line. So there's one coming out the chute. Give them a little separation here. Check it out. Check it out. Stainless steel. Looks like an old Amtrak train, you know? Sweet. So that's 52 passengers per. If we put 2 or 3 of them on the line, we should be in pretty good shape. Especially if they're running 100 miles an hour, they should be able to keep up with the demand that we got going on. Of course, it's only running 34 miles an hour right now. But that is just because we're right here at the train station. It's going to be interesting to see what it does once it loads up, if it shoots out of here like a rocket. Gotta watch this. I mean, you just have to, right? Look, we're already up to 36 passengers transported up to the racetrack. All of this is going to be for naught because we did all the passenger work ahead of time, anticipating moving passengers around to make money. So really, I'm going to do this all just because it's cool, but in the end, I'm probably just, it's not going to pay off towards the mission. But it's better than just sitting here for the whole episode watching the buses take passengers over to the racetrack. So I'm not impressed yet with this train. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. It does not accelerate like a race car, does it? It does take time to gather up some speed. I did read that, right? I did read that it was high speed, right? Supposed to go 110 miles an hour. We're up to 50, 51. That track is rated much higher than that. I mean, that section there is 180 miles an hour. So, yeah, it takes an awful long time for that thing to get up to speed, doesn't it? 57... 58. By the time it starts to even think about getting up to speed, it's already going to be in Chicago. This must be the train that you use for long cross-country runs to keep your frequency up, because it certainly takes quite a bit of time to get up to speed. All right, let's go ahead and throw this one on to the... I mean, for me, it's pretty much a waste of money. For this run. Now, if I was trying to cover a length of a map, maybe that would work. But it'd be really hard to get high-speed rail that would cover that much distance with terrain and everything. Alright, so anyways, enough of that. Let's get that out of the way. All of those should be upgraded. What line was that I just upgraded anyways? I didn't pay attention to what line that was. Oh, it was the commuter line here in the city. For the Speedway, I think. I think that's what we just upgraded. Had to be that. It looks like the only line that I got buses on. Replacements. Yeah, I wanted to move that back up to 100%. I didn't want to get a warning when it got to 25%. Alright, so that guy's coming in here. And there's nobody waiting, so there's no real demand yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and bend this guy around here. Let's see, what side of the racetrack do we want to bring this in on? I was looking at it earlier. I think I should be able to come in here with it and go like from here, and then I should be able to turn it I guess I should have looked at where the station was going to sit first. Because that probably would have been a good idea there, Moose. Oh, well. I don't do everything right. And some things I do at the last minute. Alright, so terminal for passengers. I don't need that. And I don't need a street connection, and the length on that is fine. I only need one set of passengers on that. Let's rethink all of this. Let's see if we can't put a little road here coming out of here. Small little street coming out like so. Yep, I'm gonna have to make a little bit of modifications here. Alright, so pause game. Bus station go bye-bye. Explosion! Kaboom! New bus station, right? That is a bus station, right? So let's move that around like a soul. Moving that over just a hair. There we go. And because I put that down, and you saw that little flag, ghost flag that was there, because I put that down before it went away, it picks up the same name that it was. So I don't have to worry about that. Then now I can just run a little bit of road out here like so. And now I should be able to clip that terminal onto it. And we'll be back in business. Because this should spin around, catch that, and see how the whole speedway lights up? That lets me know that the whole speedway is caught with it. Point it towards that little bit of track. There we go. Now spin that into that. We have a connection. Cha-ching! Alright, so last little bit is to tie... Oh, I screwed that up too. That was the inside track and not the outside track. Do 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 do. Alright, please tell me I didn't just hose that up. Oh, I probably did. Well, if I can mess it up, kids, it will get messed up. Boom. That goes there. This comes over into here, right? Too much curvature. Too much curvature. You completely messed this up, Moose. Congratulations. Ah, miracles. No, that's not right. Ah. Somebody's hating on me today. And it's this game. Oh, wait. Ah, there. We're working. We're cooking now. Signal light there. Back in place. Haha, life is good. We're back where we're supposed to be. Alright, so run this track around. Turn the power back on. Let people do their thing. Make me some money so I can pay for all these upgrades that I'm doing. These minor little demolition jobs that I'm doing. He sure does make a lot of mistakes, doesn't he? He's always tearing things up. He's losing his mind. Mommy Moose is gonna blow a gasket playing this game. No, kids. He's alright. Stop sign there. That much smoke and stainless steel, that train's got to be hard to keep clean. Alright, so that line is pretty much signaled up. It does need a little stop sign right here saying don't come in here unless you have permission. I might as well do this one over here for Detroit as well. Ching. What do you say we get a line going out to the Speedway? Look, what did I tell you? We've only got to get 7 more people over to the Speedway before I even get the stupid train station in there. Oh, man. Just terrible. That's so funny. Anyways, we'll go ahead and do it. Just for giggles. So this will be our Indy Speedway commuter run or whatever. Indy, we'll call it Speedway Shuttle. Speed Shuttle. There we go. And then we'll get a train on it real quick. The train is going to be something simple. It doesn't have to be fantastic. We'll put some skunks on it. How about that? Let's put a skunk on it. Let's buy 2 of them. And we'll throw those both on the shuttle run. There we go. Nice. So yeah, 7 more people have to get up here. And it looks like this bus is pulling in with 0 of 10 passengers on it. Oh. So the warden got a reprieval on that one. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any passengers over there, but look, there's the little skunk. As the Amtrak line comes through, or whatever it is. So, put 2 skunks on that line. And they'll haul some passengers over there. Whew. Man, I'm telling you what, when those numbers pop in at the end of the year to give you the bill for the year, ooh, it plays havoc with your computer. So that only holds 13 passengers. There's nobody on it right now. It doesn't really matter. I would put a couple of them on there and just have some fun with it. And since we're going to make those little shuttles run, you need to signal that up accordingly. So we, since they're small little shuttles, you need a couple of signals every so often to make sure that they're getting their clearance. And that way you could put like 4 or 5 of them on there. And you could just keep the frequency of passengers going. One of the things I've come to learn in the game playing right now is frequency has more to do, or demand will increase more with more frequency versus more capacity. So even though you could build a train that can hold 150 or 200 people on it, you'll get more demand for the train if it's coming more often. And that's the same thing with cargo. Sometimes it's not as wise to build a cargo or a freight train that can hold like 150 things, units on it, if it's not coming in a consistent manner, because you need like a consistent flow from your source to the factory to keep demand going. Because if this thing doesn't have enough materials coming to it at a constant pace, like right now it's at 122 production, and
this track has made the automobile so popular that General Motors sales have increased fourfold. And thanks to our foresighted investments, it's worth a fortune to us.
all right, so we have completed the mission finally. It only took 5.5 hours to get it done, but that's all right. But anyways, like I was saying, this thing here, its production is at 122, but it only has like 7 stone in there right now. And its production, when it runs out of stone, its production stops and its production falls off. If it's not producing more than this is supplying, this will slow down. And then all of a sudden, you don't have enough stone going to here to keep it up, and it's just a vicious cycle. So the more frequently you're making deliveries over here, even if they're small deliveries, the more frequently you're making those deliveries to it, the more it will keep producing and the more it will keep demanding more from here, and you're better off. If you all of a sudden you've got like 10 trucks going across here and they're making deliveries every 30 seconds. If you think, oh, well, I've got this big, huge truck I can add to the line and that's going to increase my production, but it slows down, like it can replace the duty of 5 trucks, right? So you're hauling the stone of 5 trucks, but you're only getting there at the frequency of 2 trucks. Your demand is going to end up slowing down, and all of a sudden your big truck is going to be carrying less and less stone because it's not keeping up with the production at this facility. So sometimes more small deliveries are better than a whole lot of big or than a couple of big, huge deliveries. It's a balancing act, and I have started to find that out in free play. And as we do free play, I'll cover that a little bit more. But so yay, we finally got the mission done. We can go ahead and continue to play once you finish the mission. If you're in the middle of doing something and you want to complete that, you can go ahead and do that. So that's what I'm going to do, because I still want to get that Detroit line in. Just out of giggles, you know. I got my little skunks running over here to Indianapolis, to the Speedway, so they're taking passengers over there. So all I need to do now is run the passenger line out to Detroit. So let's go ahead and spool this on around here and keep that turn, maintain that speed. And then that's going to set us out on our way to head to Detroit. And what I want to do here, just for fun, because we can pretty much do anything we want at this point, right? I want to bring that around to 95, but I'm going to bring the depth down a little bit on it. Let's start pushing that down to the bottom. Terrain collision, what are you talking about? Help me out here. Why does it not want to go down? I want to send it down some. I want to go under the street. I don't want to go. Maybe that'll let me do it. Come on, I want to go under this street. There we go. Yeah, that's going to let me do it. Alright, so let's hold this shift button down so I don't have snap on. There we go. Now, I want to go under all of this. I want to go to about right there. There we go. And then I want to start coming back up. There we go. Come on up. Up, 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 up. So that we're coming out of the ground now. There we go. Come back out. Check. And then we can just keep going. No, 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 no. I want you to go in level now. Come on. There we go. Level on out, buddy. Now we go. I know that was completely uncalled for and not needed, but it was fun. Fun is, you know, fun's the name of the game. All right, so what I want to do is I want to run straight up through here. And again, the mission's over. I'm done with this. This is just me playing around and having a little bit of fun trying to complete what I had envisioned prior to starting this whole thing, which was to get over here with this run. So I think what I'm going to do is bring it. I debated on bringing it into here or here. My initial thought was to run it this direction. Cross the road right here. Well, let's go here. This will work easier for us. And we'll probably need to turn that just a little bit. There we go. And we'll put our station in right here. And we're just going to put a terminal in. And we can put this anywhere we want it. We can put it here. We could make a little street across here, which is probably what I'm going to do, is just put a little street across here so that we tie this in. I mean, I figure I could go ahead, I could stop this at any moment, but I might as well go ahead and finish what I started, you know? Because you guys were probably like, how's he going to make all this work? So you can see now, I'm going to destroy a couple little houses there, but they'll move back in. They'll be happy to come back. Progress. It's one of those things that has to take place. Now please tell me I grabbed the outside line and did all this with, and not the inside line. Outside, outside. I believe I did do the outside line. Haha, good. Alright, so let's double all this up. Nice. And now it's just a matter of running all this out to Detroit and getting everything back into play and signaling everything up, all that good stuff. And we'll have the whole thing complete. And we'll set her in motion one more time. Don't know what train I want to put on here, though. I sort of want to look at a different train. I'm not impressed with that Zeppelin, or Zephyr, or whatever it was called. And then start way out here and bend this in. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Oh, come on, quit being silly. Too much slope, too much this, too much that. There we go. Now it's just a matter of putting some lights on it. Put one there. That might have been way too far up to put that. That might have been a little ambitious there, Moosey. Let's get rid of that light. That would not be a good signal to have. Alright, so we're going to have a decent sized train on here. So let's put our lights a little further apart than we did on that shuttle run, because this is going to have a proper train on it. There we go. There we go. And we'll put a... I always like to put a signal right in front of the road, just in case there's a moron parked on the tracks. I haven't seen the AI do it, but you never know. So what are you guys thinking about this whole Transport Fever thing? Are you guys liking it? Make sure you let me know in the comments. I'm loving it. I'm having a blast playing this game. I have sunk so many hours into it since it was released last week that yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of Farm Sim people not happy with me because I've been neglecting Farm Sim for this, but what can I say? I love this thing. Alright. I wasn't kidding when I was talking about Train Fever, and when I started playing it again, I was like, y'all don't know how many hours I have playing Train Fever. And yeah, I mean, I was addicted to it just like I'm addicted to this thing. Can actually put some signals in the tunnel here. There's sometimes they're hard to see, but you can put the signals in the tunnel as well. Oh, I don't need that one. I could put one here, but that signal I don't need because there's another signal just up ahead that's gonna be... Or is there? Nope, that's the other direction. That is for the folks on the shuttle. Alright, so I can put a signal here and a signal here. And we'll put another signal. Put a signal here. There we go. And a signal there. And we'll put another signal here. And another signal there. And then we'll put a signal here to stop in case somebody's there. Let's see. Can we come up this way a little bit? We can come up this little way a little bit. We can come up to there without blocking the points down here. So I think that's pretty signaled up. It's pretty signalified. And we have $6 million in the bank right now. So let's just take a look at what trains we have available. For our final train of the series. That's an electric train, so we can't really use it. 199. I want something. Ooh, look at the new buses we got. Nice new buses. All right, so we could do a Hiawatha at 99 miles an hour. That's a... In Train Fever, that was a money grubbing little train. It would eat your bank account really quick. Then you've got the Milwaukee. That's only top speed of 70 miles an hour. So if we want to do high speed, we've got to either do the Hiawatha or another Pioneer Zephyr. The Hiawatha has quite a bit of horsepower. It's 3,997 horsepower. Its track effectiveness is 136. So it's all right as far as towing power and everything. You can put a few state cars behind it. How much are the New Mexicos? 18 passengers. The New Mexico, the aluminum car. Or we could go with the heavyweight here. It's 112 miles an hour rated for it. This one is 99 miles an hour. So it's either... We could go with a 6-axle, which goes up to... Nope, that's 68. It has to be the aluminum because it goes 93. And its weight is much lighter than the other one. This is 33 tons. This one's 39 tons. Though this one does carry more people and has a parlor. The heavyweight 28-1 parlor gosh, I'm thinking we ought to get it. And the Hiawatha, but we'll have to take out a loan in order to do it. And I don't think we have the money to. We don't. Bummer. That would have been fun. We got $4 million in the bank. Where do we want to spend it? I say we wait just a second and see if we can get a little more income in and put a Zephyr on that line. Just so we can see it in operation one time. So you got your skunks coming in. You got your Zephyr going out with 41 passengers on it. Well, I tell you what, we did the upgrade here and it just killed this station. It just doesn't have the demand that it had before. Back when it had 100 and something passengers sitting at it. Oh, they're all down in Chicago. That's the reason why. They all went down to Chicago for the weekend and they need to get back. There's 212 people sitting there waiting on a ride back. That's where they all went to. All right, so buy a train. We'll go ahead and get the, just because it's easy to do, $5 million. We'll buy a Zephyr. And we'll place that on... Oh, we haven't even made the line yet, have we? Well, that's silly, Moose. You got to make a line if you want something to transfer. So we'll make a new line. And that is going to leave out of here. And it is going to go all the way over to... Yeah, like so. And that is going to be Indy to Detroit. I'm going through all this like I'm ever going to play this series again. No, I'm not. This will be the last time you guys see this map. Just because I'm done with it. And we will be moving to the next mission in the whole game. So, let's go ahead and throw that train. Wait, did we throw it on that line? Where did that train go? Oh, we got a little problem here. Stop the presses. What happened here? How did he end up way over here? Oh, you know what happened? He was not smart enough. He wasn't smart enough to work over there. I should have put a waypoint in to get him over here to that point. Ah, so he is trapped essentially on this. All right, so here's what I can do. I can take him, send him back to the depot. This is the reason you put all these stop signs in. So he's going to come back up here and go into the depot. Meanwhile, this train can sit here and wait. Once he gets into the depot, then I can change out his orders a little bit. I can put a waypoint in here. I mean, he knows he's on that line. Why he didn't cross over to it? Did I do something wrong? I did do something wrong. I know exactly what I did now. This was that whole thing I talked about right here with I messed up because I didn't side that over. Let's see if I can put a real quick set of points in here and get it to kick over there. I doubt I can. I'm sure I'm going to get too much curvature. I'm going to try one more time to push him out there and see if he'll go out on that line properly. He knows that line's all the way over there. He should be able to get there. He just has to go out this line to get there. I just don't know if he's smart enough to figure that out. Chicago, Detroit. Or it was Indianapolis, Detroit. Alright, let's see what he does. Come on, you should know that you got to get on this line to go do it. Will he do it? Will he do it? Will he? Oh, oh, oh. Looks like he's doing it. There's a brain in there. Nice. Wait a minute. Yep. Alright, so snake around. Weave, weave, weave. Get over on that side where you belong. And finally it all works, and all these trains had to stop there for it. That's cool. This is what I love about this game, is when you can get it all worked out to where you've got this many, you know, engines running on parallel lines and using switches and using the signals and having to make things stop in order to work properly. It's just really, really cool. Here comes another skunk. And again, it's going to hold up and wait for the other skunk to come out. Nice. And there goes our Detroit line out. So let's grab our let's grab up our line real quick, and just towards the end here, let's look at where we're at money wise. What's losing money, what's not making money. So our Chicago to Indianapolis line is making about $4 million a month or a year is what that's making. Our bootleg run is making about 243. Our commuter run through Chicago is doing all right. It's making a little bit of money. The farm transfers, that was bringing the grain to the station. That does good. Chicago Food 1 and Food 2, that's delivering from the processing plant over there. It's the beginning of the year. We're January 30th. It takes a little bit of time for that to make money and start regenerating itself, but it's doing all right. Our Chicago to Detroit is making about $1 million a year, running food and bootleg liquor up to Detroit, and then also bring in some building materials and fuel back to Chicago. This is our farm line that was always making food. It's only making about $500,000, but that's still pretty good. There's our crude run that is taking crude to the refinery, is doing okay. The Detroit fuel docks is losing a little bit of money. I understand that one. That one I really don't understand, actually. That's taking the crude to the dock. It's not making any money. But then let's get down to the new trains that we added in. Detroit Freight, not really making any money. The Indianapolis Speed Shuttle, not really making any money. I don't expect it to. Indianapolis Commuters, making money. Construction Transfers, making money. Rail Freight 2, that's making money. The Speedway Shuttles are making money. Those are just the bus lines. Hauling the stone to the construction from the quarry to the manufacturing is working. And even our food line to Indy is making money. Our freight line to Indy is making money. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. If we were running this in a real game, and let's just fast the track up the time a little bit here, and we'll go towards the end of the year and just kind of let all of the numbers run for a year and see what happens at the end of the year. Since this is the last time we will be on this particular map, we're in April now, headed into May. And some of this could be old vehicles too. Some of these vehicles probably need to be upgraded. The maintenance cost on them could be what's killing me. because it is all max that I'm losing money on. And it could be part of that. It could be the part where I'm losing a little bit of money because the maintenance cost on them is starting to get high. Man, it's cool to see all those trains come in like that. Can they come back out? 1, 2. There's got to be a third train there. Another skunk coming in. That's just kind of fun to sit and watch them. It's almost like sitting and watching toy trains run, you know. So these food lines are starting to make money again. But Detroit's not making any money yet. It would build up a demand over time and start making money. It only takes 6 minutes to get there. I'd love to see everything be in the green by the end of the year, but it's probably not going to happen. There's some more trains coming in. Let's kind of zoom out just a little bit more. See everything in motion. We could, you know, we would need to add more buses in over here. But overall, man, this is done good. So the mission took us about 5.5 hours to get complete. We're into November now. And we're coming up on, as soon as we get to December, we'll take a look at the numbers and see about where it was and where I wasn't making profit. But this is only losing 14K. That one's only losing 13K. And again, we've got some vehicles that are getting old, like this one, which is probably on one of these runs. That's on the bootleg run. All right, so there's December the 30th. So we had a few runs that weren't profitable for the year, but for the most part, everything was. Not too bad, not too bad. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed Mission 4, which was Motor Industry. We'll continue on with the missions. We're also going to do some free play, mix them up a little bit, and we'll keep on going. And until the next time, if you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. I do try to do new videos each and every day, and we do live stream several nights during the week, beginning around 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. So do come join us. And again, until next time, stay safe. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. God bless. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.